Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at material you sent in. It's a transcript, actually, from a YouTube video.
Yeah, it's called English Stories, The Destiny, Learn English Through Stories from the channel English Crunch.
Right. And we're going to extract the key insights, sort of give you the shortcut to what really matters in this story.
And it seems like a simple story on the surface about an old man in a Chinese mountain village, his son, a horse, a series of events. But, like a lot of these simple narratives, there's quite a bit going on underneath.
Absolutely. So our mission, really, for this deep dive is to get into that central theme, this idea about how life is unpredictable and how hard it is to say if something's, good luck or bad luck right when it happens.
Exactly. And what can that perspective offer us, as we try to navigate our own uncertainties?
Okay, let's unpack this then. Where does the story begin?
So it starts with this old man. He's living alone in his village. His son is away, studying far off in a city. And the story mentions he works incredibly hard. The villagers, they see him alone working like that, and they feel sorry for him.
They actually say it, don't they? Something like.
Yeah, they say, it's bad luck for you to live alone, so far from your only son. A very direct judgment.
That's such a clear starting point, this immediate label, bad luck. But the old man's response is, well, it's consistent throughout, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
He just says, bad luck or good luck, who knows?
Yeah.
Every time.
That sets up the whole tension right there. You've got the villagers, like us maybe, wanting to categorize things instantly.
Right. Good, bad, sorted. And then you have his perspective, which is all about uncertainty, about holding back on that judgment.
It feels like a reflex for the villagers that need to label it.
Definitely. So then the next thing is the son comes home.
Okay. Cause for celebration, you'd think.
Exactly. The village is happy for the old man. The neighbors come over saying things like, now your son's back, your house will be full of good luck again.
Seems pretty straightforward, right? Son returns. Therefore, good luck.
But what does the old man say?
Let me guess. Good luck or bad luck? Who knows?
You got it. Still resisting those labels, even when things look obviously positive by, normal standards.
And there's an important detail here, too, about a horse.
Yes, crucial detail. The family owns a horse. And the story points out it's as valuable as, 4 men for farm work. So a really significant asset. Keep that horse in mind.
Okay, horse noted. Because things take a turn, right?
They do. It looks like a bit of a disaster next. The son, maybe a bit careless after being in the city, he leaves the stable door open and the horse just runs off. Vanishes.
Oh, no. And the son must be devastated, thinking about all that extra work now.
He's very upset, yeah. And the villagers, predictably,
they jump right in with the bad luck verdict again.
Instantly. This is very bad luck, they tell the old man, focusing right on the immediate negative side of things.
It's so automatic for them. But the old man, he doesn't yell at his son or anything.
No, he's calm. And when the neighbors offer their sympathy for this very bad luck, he just gives that same reply again.
Bad luck or good luck, who knows? It's like he's operating on a completely different wavelength.
Totally. And then, here's where it gets interesting and really challenges those quick judgments. That same afternoon, the son's out looking, probably feeling awful, and he finds the horse.
Right.
Better than good. The horse is grazing peacefully next to a wild horse.
No way.
Yeah. And somehow, the son manages to bring both horses back to the farm.
Wow, okay. So from losing one horse to gaining 2.
Exactly. And the villagers.
They must be doing a complete 180.
Completely. They rush over all excited, talking about the farmer's good luck returning. Doubled now. It's whiplash, really.
From very bad luck to double good luck in, a few hours?
Pretty much. It just shows how flimsy those initial labels can be. What seemed like a clear negative turns into this apparent windfall.
But the old man, still the same.
Still the same. Doesn't get caught up in the excitement. Just the usual good luck or bad luck, who knows? His view isn't swayed by these ups and downs.
Okay, so they have 2 horses now. What happens next? Does the son try to use the new one?
He does. He decides he wants to tame the wild horse.
Ugh.
But the father, the old man, actually advises him to be careful.
Oh, interesting. So he's not totally passive.
Not at all. He warns his son, you've been in the city for years. You're not used to wild horses anymore. It's practical advice based on experience.
It adds a layer, doesn't it? Even within this apparent good fortune, the old man sees potential risk.
Exactly. He understands that change, even seemingly positive change, brings its own uncertainties. Things aren't just black and white.
And does the son listen, or does the warning prove necessary?
Sadly, the warning proves necessary. The very next day, the son tries to ride the wild horse, gets thrown off, and breaks his leg quite badly.
Oh, man. So another downturn. Now he can't work at all.
Right. He's gone from being potential extra help to being someone who needs care. A burden, essentially, in terms of the farm work.
And the villagers, back to bad luck.
You guessed it. They see the son laid up, unable to work, the old man having to do even more. And the verdict is swift. Bad luck. Definitely bad luck this time, they probably think.
They must be almost exasperated with the old man by now, surely.
The story says they are surprised when he gives his usual response. Despite this really clear setback, the broken leg, the extra work, he's still calm.
Still bad luck or good luck, who knows?
Still. They apparently question him like, how could any good possibly come from this? They just can't see past the immediate problem.
Yeah, it's hard to blame them from their perspective. It looks unequivocally bad at that moment.
It really underscores how that short-term view, maybe mixed with our emotional reaction, can just blind us to other possibilities down the road.
So how does the story resolve this? What happens to make sense of the old man's perspective?
Well, the story then zooms out a bit, introduces this larger context. There's a war going on, a long, terrible war.
Okay.
And one day, soldiers arrive in the village. Their job is grim. They're there to conscript all the able-bodied young men to fight.
Oh, wow. So all the other young men?
All the other young men in the village are taken away. Their families are left grieving, terrified about what will happen to them. It's a truly awful situation.
But the old man's son?
The old man's son, because of his broken leg, is deemed unfit for service. He can't go to war.
He's spared.
He's spared. He stays home, safe with his father, while the others are marched off to, well, likely a terrible fate.
And that's when the villagers finally get it.
That's the moment. They finally understand. They go to the old farmer, and they acknowledge his wisdom. They see that the broken leg, which looked like such awful bad luck,
actually saved his life. It turned out to be incredible good luck in the end.
Precisely. The apparent misfortune was the very thing that protected him from a far greater tragedy.
Wow. That's powerful. It's such a clear illustration of the whole point.
It really is. It's the story's big aha moment. It forces you, just like the villagers, to completely reevaluate everything that came before based on this longer-term outcome.
So if we boil it down, the key takeaway is what? The danger of snap judgments.
That's definitely a huge part of it. How difficult, maybe even impossible it is to definitively label an event as purely good or bad when you're right in the middle of it, or only seeing the immediate aftermath.
Because you just don't know what might come next, what the ripple effects will be.
Exactly. What looks like misfortune might be a blessing in disguise, and what looks like a lucky break could lead to unexpected trouble later on. It highlights this interconnectedness of things.
And the value of just waiting, of having a bit more patience before deciding how you feel about something.
Patience and maybe a broader perspective. Resisting that very human urge to immediately categorize and judge everything that happens to us or to others.
Yeah, I mean, you think about everyday life. You miss a bus, you get angry, bad luck. But who knows, right? Maybe that delay kept you out of traffic, or you met someone interesting while waiting for the next one.
Right. It's about accepting that uncertainty, that inherent unpredictability that the old farmers seem to understand so deeply.
It makes you think, doesn't it? How often do we react strongly, emotionally to something without stopping to consider the bigger picture or the potential long game?
That seems to be the old farmer's wisdom, perhaps. That acceptance of unpredictability.
So wrapping up this deep dive, the core insight from this simple story feels pretty profound. It's an encouragement, really, to try and cultivate a more nuanced view.
Yeah, a more patient perspective on things. Remembering that our first assessment of good or bad luck might be completely wrong in the long run.
It's not the final word.
Definitely not. So, on that note, maybe a final thought for you listening to ponder.
Go on.
Think about something in your own life, something that felt really negative when it happened. Looking back at it now, maybe with some distance, has your perspective shifted? Did anything unexpected or even, dare I say, beneficial come out of it eventually? What can that good luck or bad luck, who knows idea teach us about navigating our own uncertainties moving forward?